Here's the best lasagna recipe you'd find on YouTube. Hi guys. So today I'm going to be showing you how to make the best lasagna recipe. These are a few ingredients I'll be using. So I boiled my water, I put in my lasagna pasta to parboil for a while. You don't want this getting too soft. At the same time, you want it properly boiled. So this is how I'm leaving it to be. I'm taking it out of the boiling water so it doesn't get overcooked. So after taking this out of the water, I'm just going to allow this sit for a while I get prepped for everything else I'll be using for my lasagna. So we're not just making the regular lasagna, regular beef lasagna, we're making beef and chicken lasagna. Yes, you heard me right. Beef and chicken lasagna. So I'm making my own tomato sauce, but you can get tomato sauce from the store. But for me, I like to prepare everything homemade. So I allowed this boil for a while. As you can see from the video, it's getting thicker as it boiled. So just allow this boil for about 15 minutes and allow it cool. Here's my tomato paste, guys. Trust me, it's better to make your own homemade paste. But if you can't, just get one from the store. Right now, I'm also just shredding my cheese. As I said earlier, I like doing my things my way, but I actually wanted to get cheese from the store. I saw it was quite expensive, shredded cheese. So I'm like, oh, I can shred my own cheese. I actually did enjoy shredding my cheese. Uh, it was kind of fun. It was it was therapy for me. Sounds weird, right? But here's my shredded cheese. Just grating that. A little tip, guys, when you're grating something or using your grater, try not to go too hard or too easy. Because if you're going too hard, you're going to hurt yourself. And if you're going too easy, you're going to be extra careful, but you're going to eventually hurt yourself. So you have to just try to be in between, yeah? Not too hard, at the same time, not too soft. So you don't hurt yourself. That's like a little tip. But here's my shredded cheese, guys. As you can see, this is so yummy. It's so fresh. It's satisfying to watch, but I just shredded more and then put that on the side. So here I just heated up my pan and melted some butter onto it. Right now I'm trying to make some cream sauce. Yes. So I mixed this all together. I allowed it to get a bit foamy. Just like watch the process here. You're going to pour in your milk when it's foamy like this. So yes, like this, exactly like this. So here I poured in my milk and just stir that up, mix it all together. The more you mix it, the thicker it gets. For me, I like my cream sauce really thick. So if you don't like your steak, or if you wouldn't want your steak, just keep watching as you're mixing it all together to see your own preference. So I mixed this to my own preference. I kept seeing how thick it got because I like my cream sauce really thick, as I said earlier on. I added some ground black pepper. It's not your regular Cameroon pepper or black pepper. It's actually not spicy. Then I added some parsley flakes. I added that in, and I also added a pinch of salt. Mixed that up together to my preference. Then I set that aside while I continued with my chicken breasts. I put in some oil into my pan. I poured in my chicken breasts and just tried to like get it all up together into my pan, because we had some spaces. I put in some curry, I put in some chicken seasoning, I put in some all-purpose seasoning, I put in some garlic and ginger powder. I literally put in a lot of spices in this. I put in some parsley flakes, some that thyme, but it depends on how you want your chicken breast. For me, I like to season everything I use when I'm cooking because I like it when every single thing has its own taste and its own seasoning. So I'm going to write down the ingredients I use in spicing up my chicken in the description below. So you can just check that out, and I guess that'll be easier for you to like see. So after putting all my spices into my chicken breast, I just gave that a very good mix. I mixed it all up together so every part of the chicken breast can have the seasoning. So I continued mixing that for a while. So right here you can see that we're making some progress with our chicken breast. It's getting ready, but we're still going to leave this on heat for a while. But we're leaving this on low heat so the ingredients can all get into the chicken breast. So you can see that this made its own chicken broth, and this is going to be extremely useful to our lasagna. So this is getting quite interesting. I heated up my pan, put in some oil, I added some garlic, and I just allowed this to saute. I also added some onions, stir that up together because I love sauteing my garlic and onions. I love sauteing it. So now I'm just going to add my minced beef, which I already added, and I'm just going to give that a very good stir so it can fry properly. As you can see, we're making progress with our minced beef. It's turning into the color it's supposed to be. It's not raw anymore. But so these are the spices I use in seasoning my minced beef. I used some ground black pepper. I used some garlic powder, some thyme leaves, just so you know, guys, this actually smells really good. It's so sad that you guys can't smell this. I also added some ground ginger. I added some chicken seasoning. Yes, chicken seasoning. I love this seasoning. It's one of my favorite seasonings actually. I use it for my beef as well. I added some curry powder. I love the smell that curry powder actually gives in meals, especially when you're sauteing your garlic and ginger or your garlic and onions. You guys should try that and thank me later. Anyways, I gave this a very good stir, mixed all my ingredients together, just kept mixing for a while. Progress, guys, progress. This actually looks really good. I also added some Maggi cubes, actually just one Maggi cube, because you know I added some ingredients already or some spices, so I didn't want this turning out to be salty. And then added a pinch of salt, just a very tiny pinch, as you can see in the video. Afterwards, I added my chicken breast with my chicken broth, and I just mixed all of this up together. I added my homemade tomato paste. I added this into my pan. Guys, I could literally use this to have like pasta or rice. This tasted so nice. Of course, I had to taste it in between, and I'm not even capping, I'm not even joking. This was so yummy, so good. I kept some of this for the, for like rice later on. But this is my favorite part when it comes to lasagna. Ugh, arranging everything into my pan, into a pattern. Guys, I love this so much. So first of all, I actually started by putting some of my lasagna sauce onto my pan. I spread that out for a bit because this is like the lower part. This is what we'll be having for the lower part. And this also helps in avoiding your lasagna pasta from sticking to the pan because everyone wants a perfect lasagna. So after placing my lasagna sauce below, I added my lasagna pasta and just arranged that in properly. Then I went in with my lasagna sauce, my lasagna chicken and beef sauce. I made sure I had enough of that down there because I wanted everyone to have a bite of chicken and beef like with every spoon, every fork, or whatever they plan on using to have their lasagna. I wanted them to have a bite of the chicken and the beef. So I went in with that properly, and I just stir that up into all the corners because, as I said, I wanted it to be everywhere, and I just plated that in properly. Then next up, I went in with my cream sauce. I said I love my cream sauce really thick, so this is how thick I allowed it to get. But if you don't like yours this thick, you can allow yours, you can control it. I already said earlier on how you could control that. But for me, I love my cream sauce this way. So I went in with my cream sauce and just spread that out a little. Next up, I went in with my cheese. I love sprinkling cheese when it comes to lasagna or any meal basically. I just love sprinkling cheese. So I sprinkled some cheese around. Made sure I had cheese in every corner of my lasagna. So I just continued making sure it was enough. Well, cheese can never be enough though. Then I continued the same pattern, went in with my lasagna pasta again. Just the pattern. I love the pattern when it comes to lasagna. And then my chicken and beef lasagna sauce. Then my cream sauce. Spreading it out properly. Just want to make sure it's in every part of my lasagna. And yay, some cheese. My final cheese sprinkle. And of course, I had to go in with some parsley flakes. I mean, it always looks so beautiful when it's all melted and you have like little grains. So here's how it looks like before putting it into my pan, guys. Now I just covered this up with some foil and put this into my oven. I put this in for about 45 minutes. Melted cheese. Here's my lasagna, guys. This smells so good even before I removed it. But guys, you really need to try this recipe and thank me later. I mean, chicken and beef lasagna. Thanks for watching.